Hey, so what I want to talk about is tunnels. And even if you're just growing in your backyard, there are very, very cheap tunnels. And tunnels are some of the best ways to grow certain crops. You know, one of them being tomatoes. And the tunnel that I'm going to build here is not going to have closed ends. They're just going to be open. It's just going to be a tunnel of plastic, just a regular old polytunnel. And you can actually use it in the beginning of the season to start, to propagate your starts that you're going to plant with. And just throw some plastic on the ends and then take them off later. And then, you know, when you don't have end walls, you don't have to worry about venting it. It's just going to be vented. It's actually going to be warmer in there because the sun will warm the ground because of the plastic. It will prevent rain, and things like tomatoes, they don't like getting rained on. They don't like all the splash that, you know, happens on the leaves when the dirt gets splashed up. So what we're going to have in here is we're also just going to have a little section of drip tape, which is really, really easy to set up. And you can use it in the spring for growing things nice and early before the ground warms up, and throw some spinach and carrots in here. And then grow tomatoes in the summer, and then in the fall you can continue to grow for a few more weeks. It's a great addition to any garden, and as I said, it's really easy to put up, and they're very inexpensive these days. All right, so I have all the ground posts in, and this frame that I'm setting up is just DIY, right? I'm just buying pipe from the big box store. This is all for like chain link fence. And then I just use a cheap bender where I just bend the pipe around it. So it's very cheap. You just got to buy the pipe and bend it, but there's also kits available that are pre-bent and can get shipped to you. But it's all pretty simple frame, right? You usually just have some ground posts, the bows, a purlin, and some way of attaching the plastic, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Hey, why don't you go to Zoe's side and help Zoe? You're gonna put it into that first pipe over there. Carefully and slowly. Very good. Okay, don't do anything yet. Where's the, oh. There you go.
Let Papa go in it first. Let Papa put it in first. Papa, we're gonna let you go in first. You can let Papa do it.
You guys push towards me. Oops. Okay, hold it there, don't move.
That's a nice one. That's a real nice one.
All right, so this polytunnel is tiny. It only has 5 bows, just 5. And it's gonna have open end walls, and it's about 13 feet wide. And the width doesn't really matter, but if you wanna do tomatoes, you know, you want it at least 7 feet to 8 feet high so that you can trellis them. So I'm gonna be able to do 2 rows tomatoes right down these beds, and then maybe have a little bit of room on the sides for maybe basil, which is going to grow a lot nicer inside, and some other early and late season crops, which would be nice. But everything is going to grow better in a polytunnel. And if you're in a place that's really, really hot, then you have a place now where you can put shade cloth on top. So in the middle of the summer, you can grow lettuces and have them less likely to bolt. So it really works in any climate. All right, so this is the whole thing. This is just covered it with plastic, and you know, we're looking at 13 by 16 feet, which is big enough for, I mean, you're looking at a good amount of tomatoes coming out of here, and it's going to be great. And so if you come in, I'm going to show you some aspects of it, you know, if you were going to DIY it, so you can see what I did. Around all of where the plastic attaches, this is just the aluminum wiggle wire channel put in with tech screws. Very easy. And it's the same thing that I put along the base. It's just a wiggle wire channel. Use the little extra wiggle wire to splice pieces together. That's going to hold your plastic in really nicely. On a short tunnel like this, where you can vent out of the end walls, you can just attach the plastic right to the base, and you're going to be fine. Here I just added a little support, and you know, you can just hammer, you know, cut the pipe and hammer them together and drill a hole through it. And then this stuff just comes from the hardware store, you know, for a chain link fence. And that's going to give it rigidity this way, right? So you won't be able to pull it. At the purlin, right? These can be bought from Hoop House Supply. These just go together. You can also use pipe clamp. Just use 2 pipe clamps and put an X. That works too. And that works really nicely. And that's the whole thing. That's all the pieces to it. It's pretty simple. And then if you want to expand, and now you can add maybe an end wall with a door, you know, a nice big door to it. And you can just make that yourself. You can attach the plastic into the same channel and put a door in it. You want to put a nice big one so you can vent it. It's going to get pretty hot in here, so you're going to want a nice big, be able to vent it in the summertime. And now you can use this not only for growing, but you can throw some tables in here early. You can even throw some plastic on, right? You can take a sheet of plastic, put it at the end, put it into that channel, and then just weight it down on the bottom with some really heavy, you know, maybe cement blocks, or if you have some big rocks, you know, put a little slit in it so you can get in and out of it. And you can start some plants in here early. You know, this is a very basic setup, but this will get you going and you know, just raise the production of your garden, you know, tenfold. And gives you a place to work when it's raining. The DIY that I use, you know, I just bend them, and this is the bender, right? So they're just, you know, this is fixed on the wall, and then the pipe goes in here and it just bends around to form, right? That's how cheap and easy it is. But is it worth it if you're only going to build one small little tunnel? Maybe not. You might want to get a kit, but that's what it looks like.